Well, good, and thank y'all for always watching and staying tuned in to the Also Live channel. And now that you're finally here, now that y'all really done tuned in to this little YouTube channel, y'all really done walked into these great vibes. And those that know already know that my vibe really attracts my tribe, and those that's really functional with me on the daily, y'all know how we gonna ride, how we gonna slide, point blank period. We are pulling up, popping out. We really ain't got too much to talk about. And for those that do know, yeah, that's how we bumming. That's how we coming. That way, that part. And I'm going to just let y'all know, I am also legit. I am also authentic. I'm just also outspoken for this little YouTube thing. And if you didn't know, I am also prolific. Hey, that way, that part. So I think that was a great introduction. So yeah, for those that didn't know, now y'all know that I not only attract love, I am love. I aspire to inspire before I expire. So we finna hop right into the video and today's topic of discussion. Now, I gotta bring y'all this video because y'all know I love to read. So today's quote of the day, or something I'm gonna read from a book that I enjoy to read. I'm gonna let y'all know how I feel about it, but I really just wanna bring this to y'all because this post to my job here is to help people understand the greater person in themselves. So, that being said, I'm finna read it from The Law of Success. Pretty hefty book. It done been through the struggle with me, so it look kind of rugged, but hey, with old age come old wisdom, and great wisdom at that. We finna get right into this. I'm finna read y'all this, and if you ain't ready to hear it, don't listen. Get out the video. If you trying to listen, function with me. If you think you are beaten, you are. If you think you dare not, you don't. If you like to win, but you think you can't, it's almost certain you won't. If you think you'll lose, you've lost. For out of the world we find success begins with a fellow's will. It's all in the state of mind. If you think you are outclassed, you are. If you've got to think high to rise, you got to be sure of yourself before you can even ever win a prize. Life's battles don't always go to the stronger or faster man. But soon or late, the man who wins is the man who thinks he can. And with that being said, I got something to say because I feel as though a lot of people have been in a negative viewpoint. I've been seeing a lot of negative stuff scrolling through all type of, just a lot of scrolling. And I've been seeing like a lot of craziness. And it got me thinking, like, in order for humanity to be freed of oppression / enslavement / shackles and chains, we have to let our melanated people become liberated. And until that happens, we will continue to be in a frequency of oppression, enslavement, and shackled in a sense, mentally. And not only that, melanated individuals still won't have liberation. But what I'm trying to say is this. There's a lot that's going on right now that it can't be explained, but it can be explained. And it's like, for those people that really want to gain the intellect and the knowledge, it's really out there for you to gain. Don't be reluctant to it. Grab it. Go get it. Because we need more individuals to have a strong aura, have a strong frequency. Because mentally, the people who are working against us, in a sense, are working harder to make our frequency as low as possible. And we as a people have to figure out a way to bring it together. And I say that to say this. I want y'all to understand and become the real VIP in your life. And what I mean by that is there's 3 things that you have to manage in order to become the real VIP in your life. You have to manage values. You have to, what do you value? Interests. What grasps your interest? What attracts you? What gives you motivation? And last but not least, principle. Morals and virtues. VIP. Values, interests, and principles. If you are capable and are able to understand those, and you're able to put them as one, you are the most valuable player. You are Mrs. or Mr. VIP. Literally. And not only that, they can't say that you're not self-made, you're not self-defined. And I say that to say this. We have to be not afraid of life, but believe that life is worth living. And your belief will help you create the fact. If you know that everything that you believe can really become obtainable if you just put it into thought, you will start to see life a little differently. And my goal, one of my goals, is to not only become very wise in all subjects of life, but I would like to bring others along with me. Okay? Leaders don't create other followers. We don't create followers. Leaders create more leaders. And not only that, we don't walk. I don't need no one to follow and be behind me and letting me get the spotlight. We're going to stand side by side. But in order for me to achieve becoming a leader, I have to become knowledgeable of these things, which is why I bring it to y'all attention so y'all can understand and really put yourself in my shoes in a sense and look at from my perspective, from my view, as I try to do the same, vice versa. I feel as though today's society, today, right now, a lot of people are very quick to want to change something when it gets very uncomfortable. And I've noticed that just by watching and going throughout my everyday life and the things I put myself into. I've noticed that people are so quick to just change something that makes them feel uncomfortable. And then I thought to myself, as I think to myself, I think I figured out that if we really can just give ourselves time and a little space, we can really come back to the situation and observe it differently, and it might not be as uncomfortable. Because whether you like it or not, you're going to have to get friendly with the uncomfortability or the uncomfortableness of life, because not everything is going to put you in a nice, comfortable position. Hence, wearing these masks. So there's things that, as people, I feel as though we have to try to help each other understand. And I'm saying this, speaking to myself too, because when I speak to this camera, I know I'm speaking to a bunch of viewers and kings and queens like me, but I'm also speaking to myself mostly, because I know that I am him and he is me, and I see what I see when I see it's me. So, with that being said, that's how I speak. That's why I speak the way I speak, so I can now come back and understand it from my standpoint. But most of the time, I try to take myself outside my body, sit on the opposite side of the spectrum, and look from a distance or look up close to see the real perspective, or different observation. But I think what I'm really trying to say is that we need to observe the things that make us uncomfortable, that put us in uncomfortable positions. Once we observe those things, I feel like those that don't understand what stress is, they will have less of it. But those that know what stress is, I feel like it will be less of a weight on them as far as understanding it. So not only that, we have to learn it's time to transform. Like, change is great, but we have to transform. We have to become what we are, what we already know we are. And we know we are something great because we wake up every day, no matter what circumstances we still wake up every day with the purpose of, okay, today I can do something different. Not everybody wake up every day with the thought of not trying to accomplish something. I feel like everyone wakes up with the thought of, I have to accomplish something. I don't care how small, how little it is. I feel like everyone has to accomplish something, which means everyone has a desire to want to fulfill a purpose, a definite chief aim, some might say. But I don't really want to do too much. I just felt as though I needed to expound on this a little bit, and I wanted to let those know that knowledge only becomes wisdom when we apply what we learn. Life challenges aren't stumbling blocks. They're building blocks of faith. So if you really put faith in yourself, you understand that life, the lesser of the load would be light on you, I should say, in a sense. We must wake up as individuals and as a society and as one and cut the ego. Because we have a mighty big ego as one. And as one, I can only do so much. But as a community, as a group, as a nation, as one, as a whole, we can move mountains, literally. We can become a mountain. I'm starting with me. It starts with me. The change started when I thought about it. But now I'm putting it to transformation. I'm transforming myself into something that can potentially one day be a part of something that will move mountains. And with that being said, I hope y'all function with me. And I hope y'all really tune into more of my videos, because this right here, what I do is really just to enlighten those that need to be enlightened. Sometimes I walk alone so I won't be misled. But then again, I might need other leaders around me to help me, So with that being said, it's all just, a way of life. And the way of life is always righteousness, But I ain't gonna really do too much. I just really wanted to speak on that because I felt like a lot of people has been down and out. And we need to be up and ready. Boots ready. You can't tell me to get ready. I've been ready. I've been on go. So with that being said, those that really function with me on a daily, we are the most enlightened spiritual beings there is. If you function with me, that's how it is. And I appreciate those that function with me. I probably didn't talk too much, but if I didn't talk too much, hopefully you didn't gain something from this. Hopefully you done understood something that I had to say. The biggest part of me is non-physical, and what I have to say really is not the biggest part of me. So today you are you that is truer than true. There's no one alive who is youer than you. Go out there and be great. Life is 10% of what you make it and 90% of how you react to it. You have to react to life in a way where you know and where you can become the VIP in a sense, the most valuable player. You gotta have values, interests, and principles, y'all. Now, that's all. That's it. Stop hitting that snooze button on life. Get up out of bed, because you're landing a bunch of uncomfortability and uncomfortable. You just land uncomfortable right now. Get up out that bed. You feel me? Like, get boots ready. And for those that need to hear this, I hope y'all gain something from this. Like, share, and comment. Come back to my channel. That was just the quote of the day, poem of the day from the book, The Law of Success. I got more videos, but this is that for this right here. I hope y'all appreciate this right here. I am him and he is me, and who I am not, I never pretend to be. I am also live. That way, that part. And the biggest part of me, y'all just have yet to see. Power is organized knowledge expressed through intelligent efforts. A wise man can play a fool, but a fool can never play a wise man. And those that know, I am a very wise man. Indeed, I am. So, continue to be great. And, yeah, I said it. You great. You everything. And have no fear, because fear is false evidence appearing real. If it ain't real, you should have no fear. But it is what it is. For those that function with me, like, share, and comment. I'll be back with more videos. Until next time, have virtues. Be patient and understand that your time, if it hasn't already came, will come. And if it has came and hasn't ended, it's just getting started. That way, that part. Hey.